I'm Gab. He's Jules. Bluish skies over West London. Yeah. Kind of cloudy, but you know what? It's definitely stormy clouds over North London, and a lot of happy people in the blue half of Manchester. Manchester City destroying, wiping the floor, I think is the term. Arsenal 4-1. In what we said, maybe it's too wrong to call it a title decider. There could be twists and turns, but effectively, mentally, psychologically, this was a huge blow. Arsenal are still 2 points clear. City have 2 games in hand, and a big lead in the goal difference, which means 13, that as of right now, if the lead doesn't change, City can just draw their 2 games in hand, or win one and lose one, and they are champions.
Yeah, and there's more games to play, of course. Both of them have to play Brighton and Chelsea. Arsenal will have to go to Newcastle. City go to Fulham, for example, this weekend. So you just don't know. No, but you don't know.
Yeah.
But I think the title is won now for City. The demonstration of football, of what Arsenal would like to be one day and what they're aiming for. That kind of intensity, that kind of just tactical perfection, which really was it. And when we thought, for all those times where Pep Guardiola kind of overthought, kind of invented something, changed, no number 6, no number 9. He came back to basic, really, with the back four, traditional back four. There's no John Stones in midfield. We're expecting the 3-2-4-1 formation that City have been playing and done so well with in the last few games. Instead, it was just a flat back four with then Gundogan and Rodri as a 2, and then a front 4 with De Bruyne very close to Haaland. And that was the key for me.
Yeah, and I can assure you, 1,000%, if Arsenal had won that game somehow, people would have come out and said, "Oh look, Pep is overthinking. He's overthinking. Why did he play Gundogan? Why didn't he have Stones in midfield? Blah blah blah."
He won't.
No. Sorry, no. Just the overthinking thing really bugs me, Jules. He does this to get an edge. It's not overthinking. Yeah. It's thinking. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't work. Here, he made the right decision.
Yeah.
Everybody was expecting Erling Haaland, the big goal scorer, blah blah blah, and Kevin De Bruyne, the great assist man. I thought it was interesting how that was flipped. Obviously, Haaland had a ton of chances. Ramsdale stood up well to him. Yeah. Eventually, Haaland got his goal late. But I'm hoping people see different dimensions now to Erling Haaland's game. Because the way
he's improved on it. You remember the first leg against Bayern, the assist for Bernardo Silva, the cross. This is something that I think at the start of the season, Haaland takes the shot and doesn't cross the ball like that. And the game against Arsenal, there's the 2 assists. I mean, the first one is not really an assist. It's on the middle of the pitch. He ends up as an assist, but De Bruyne has so much work to do after.
Right. But
the second one is much better.
I'm referring more to, obviously, we know that people have said a lot of things about it. People said, he's big and strong. He's not necessarily a back-to-goal guy. He did a really good back-to-goal job with Rob Holding and his hair hanging over the back of him, holding the ball up. Definitely. Playing it right into De Bruyne's path, that is a skill.
It is a skill. It's a skill that I didn't have against Spurs away, where they played a lot the ball directly to him, and he didn't do the same job as he did on Wednesday night. So, but you could see how much he's improving his game overall, and that's just 10 months in with Guardiola, 9 months in with Guardiola. Imagine in a year, 2 years' time.
All right, certainly Arsenal, obviously, he played what I think most people would say is his strongest 11 on paper, in the sense that it's the people who've either played the most this season or would have played the most if they hadn't gotten injured. I was so disappointed in so many individual performances. All right, Xhaka, we knew was coming off his mystery illness. Again, when you say mystery illness, is the guy has the flu. Just tell us he's the flu, right? What when you say illness, people start thinking, "Ooh, is it something weird? Does he have dysentery?"
People just think he's the flu.
Well, then just say it's a flu. It's a sign. It's, but individually, I thought so many of these people got really just blown away. I go back to, and actually, I actually think Holding, I don't think Holding was the worst defender on the Arsenal team, which I'm used to saying.
No, yeah.
I think that prize, Zinchenko, I thought completely disappeared from this game, contributed nothing. Gabriel played the way he's played in the last couple of games, which is not good.
Yeah.
Really not good.
Yeah. Too easy. It was a time for City.
I want to give Odegaard a pass because he's contributed so much and he's young and whatever, but had zero impact in this game. Yeah. I never thought Partey would be the most effective of the 3 midfielders, and he wasn't effective. And then up front, MIA, Martinelli, Saka, and Gabriel Jesus, to the point that they look better
when you
after
don't have
Trossard came on.
Yeah, but that was a time where City stopped playing, really. So when you don't have service, when the team you play against is so good, collectively especially, and your team collectively is struggling, which we could have expected, then individually you can't, unless you're Messi or...
I don't understand why they're struggling, Jules.
But there's nobody in this Arsenal team that can win a game like this on his own, that can shine on his own. It's impossible. The whole game, Arsenal, is based on, it's a positional play. It's a positional style of football.
So shine collectively.
But you can't, because the team against you is too good. It's too good for you. We said before, Gab, to win on Wednesday, Arsenal had to be perfect.
No, I don't need Arsenal to win. I expect Arsenal. Arsenal can lose. I would have expected Arsenal to have learned some lessons from the last couple of games, and I would have expected them to line up differently, to make different substitutions, to put up more of a fight than they did. And whether we can say they're young, they'll get there one day.
City were too good. Yeah.
We're gonna get more into this.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.